Right, we have to sketch A, y equals 1/3 x plus 3, and B, sketch 3y minus 4x minus 18 equals 0. And C, use the graph to solve the given pair of linear equations. So to solve the pair of linear equations is where the two lines will cross over at that point. That is the simultaneous solution, the point that works in both equations. So I'm going to be using y equals mx plus c on both of these to keep it simple. I'm going to change them both to y equals mx plus c, y equals mx plus c. I'm going to use the constant for where it crosses the y-axis, intercept, and I'm going to use the gradient to find the second point from the y-axis intercept. I'll follow the gradient directions to get a second point, then I'll draw my line. So let's go to part A, y equals 1/3 x plus 3. Now this is already y equals mx plus c, so nothing to move around. M is 1/3, c is 3. So on the equation, I don't have a graph, so I'm going to, what's all that? I don't know what that is. I'm just going to draw a quick y-axis. That was pretty straight. Draw an x-axis, that'll do. I don't have a ruler, I'll just do it roughly. Now, I'm going to put in some values, some marks, and I'll just put some marks along here, some marks along here, marks down here. Call that 3, 3, -3, -3. Okay. Now let's sketch it. So I'm going to start at the y-intercept 3. So the first graph crosses the y-axis at 3 because we've got a plus 3. Now the second point, I'm going to follow the instructions. I'm going to go up 1 and across 3 because it's positive. I'm going to go up 1, up to 4, and across 3 to this point here. I'm going to sketch that line and get my ruler. Up 1 across 3. I'm going to put a few more points back, down 1, back 3, down 1, back 3, just to sort of down 1, back 3. All right, get some points here. All right, let's just stop at the arrow. I'm going to put an arrow. Go right. I like to go right to the edges of the arrows. So there's this, where the arrows are, you draw your line from one edge. There's an invisible line, so don't stop your line too short. Use a ruler. It's going to go through these points here just to make it easy. If I had graph paper, I would see these points 6 across, up 1 across. It will go through those points there. I would put here y equals 1/3 x plus 3, just in little letters so that the teacher knows that's that line. Okay, and it would be used a ruler so it would be straight. Okay, second equation, I've got to change this from 3y. I've got to change it to y equals mx plus c. So 3y minus 4x minus 18 equals 0. I'm going to leave the 3y. I'm going to take the 4x across to be positive 4x, the minus 18 across to be plus 18. Now divide everything by 3. So y equals 4/3 x plus 18 over 3, which is 6. I'll just make that a 6. You know that's a 6, so 18 divided by 3 is 6. All right, that's fine. And here we go. C is 6. M is 4/3. So we'll start with, on the y-axis at 6. I'll use a green line, green points. 4, 5, 6. So it's going to cross here at 6. It's got a gradient of 4/3, so it's going to go up 4 across 3. Right, and same, it's going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back 3, down 4, back 3. All right, so you get your ruler and you put it through that line and that point, and it should also pass through these points here. And when you draw the line, see there's that invisible barrier, and there's that invisible, you stop there, yeah? Don't need to go any higher than that arrow on the y-axis. Don't need to go any further right than that. I should go on about it a bit more. And I'm going to put along here, I'm going to put 3y minus 4x minus 18 equals 0, just so the teacher knows that line is 3y minus 4x. So we've sketched the first one, we've put the little numbers, we've sketched the second one, we put arrows on the ends, and we put the words along. Now, use the graph. You can see where they cross, and that's where going to be the solution. They cross here at the point -3, 2. -3, 2. So the answer is x equals -3, y equals 2 is the solution, or the simultaneous solution. You could say, because it's xy, in this case, if it's xy, you could simply say -3, 2 is the solution. If it was A and B, you'd have to say A equals -3, B equals 2. But if it's xy, you could put that in a bracket. Just to prove it, if you wanted to be sure, to test the theory, I'm just going to show you how you can test your solution to make sure you're correct. You've said that -3, 2 is the solution to the linear equations, right? So if you put y equals 1/3 of -3, actually, if you substitute both, if you put a 2 for y, and a 1 and a -3 for x, you should get a true statement. This is y equals 1/3 x plus 3. So 1/3 of -3 is -1. 2 equals -1 plus 3. That's true, okay? So that solution works in the first equation. And 3x minus 4y minus 18 equals 0. If you substitute -3 for x and 2 for y, you should get a true statement. So -9 minus 8 doesn't look like it's going to work. Minus 18. Something's wrong. Something's drastically wrong. Oh, it's 3y minus 4x. Okay, let's write the correct equation. So 3y minus 4x, no wonder. Let's start again. Let's use black. So it's 3y minus 4x minus 18 equals 0. We substitute y is 2 and x is -3. So 3 2s are 6 plus 4 3s are 12. Okay. Yep, that's a true statement. It has to be true for both equations, and it's where the two lines cross. All right, I hope that's helped. Cheers.